हेलो एंड गुड आफ्टरनून रेडियो जिंदगी लिसनर्स सुन रहे हैं 1550 AM पर द साकेत भाटिया एस्ट्रोलॉजी शो। जी हाँ, एवरी ट्यूसडे 4 to 5 PM लेकर आते हैं हम अपने साथ लाइव डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया को, हु इज एन एस्ट्रोलॉजर एंड अ न्यूमरोलॉजिस्ट, और उनके साथ आप जुड़ सकते हैं लाइव शो के दौरान, या आप शो के बाद डायरेक्टली भी उन्हें कॉन्टैक्ट कर सकते हैं saketbhatia.com, दैट्स द वेबसाइट where you'll get all the information about him, or you can just simply give him a call. The number to reach him is 408-639-5300, or again the website is saketbhatia.com, where you'll get all the information about him. Dr. Saket Bhatia, who has the knowledge and guidance, and he has been helping the clients with so many years, over 25 years now, and with 12,000 plus satisfied clients. He's right here in the studio, and this is the opportunity. If you have any question, if you are concerned about your growth, anything you have in your mind, आप पूछ सकते हैं कॉल करके. जब भी आप कॉल करें, be ready with your date, time and place of birth in the correct order. With that, let's begin our show. Hello and welcome. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Vedika, and warm welcome to all the listeners, Radio Zindagi. It's good to be back. Yet another show, more interesting stuff. आपने कहा था कि people can call in, have their date, place, time ready. I want to add little to that कि if you can't get a hold of us on this show today, you can always send me an email. हमारी website पे एक form है. You can go to saketbhatia.com और वहाँ पर you can simply enter your question. Front page पे ही है, and then ask me that one question which you missed today. So again, you can visit the website and do it from there. इस show का नाम है Astrology Show. But now we're going to start talking about other stuff. I think we should change it to a spirituality wellness show, maybe, because हम बहुत उसके बारे में बात करते हैं.
Yeah, we are covering lot more than astrology.
We talk about astrology from a different angle. We are not talking about it from, a perspective of just your planets and your charts. We're talking about self-improvement, growth, satisfaction, prosperity, happiness, good health, relationship, and so on. So we should get started. We've been covering quite a bit in this last few weeks, और इस हफ्ते हम उसी टॉपिक के बारे में बात करेंगे जो पिछले हफ्ते से चल रही थी. The gist was, how is astrology, numerology and vastu, ये तीनों चीजें कैसे टाई होती हैं.
जी.
They are different, yet they are similar. What I mean is, each of these is a valid science. They all have their own foundation, their own rules, their own guidelines, and they are all tied with each other in a very unique way. Astrology tells you planets क्या कर रहे हैं and how they impact you in life. Numerology tells you your strengths, your weakness, and how you need to accept your challenges. And Vastu is how you can use the space you live in, the space you work, the place you visit to your advantage. तो अगर ये थोड़ा और briefly समझना है कि इसका मतलब क्या है, then think of it this way, कि life में challenges आते हैं, ups downs होते हैं, and what is the best way to overcome those challenges is what astrology will tell you. Numerology तो आपकी strengths बता देगा. So maybe you're destined to do so and so. Astrology कहेगा कि you should go start a business. It will also tell you healthcare में business करना चाहिए. It will tell you hospice में करना चाहिए. Many people call and say हमारी बेटी क्या बनेगी? Doctor, engineer. And we tell you from astrology, it makes sense. She should do medicine. Numerology will take that one step further. कि what does her heart really want? Does she really want to be a doctor? Because कुंडली कहती है डॉक्टर बनोगे, but what do you want to do? Maybe you want to be a pediatrician. It will fine tune what you want to do on a very minute level.
Right.
Astrology will tell you your personality, numerology will tell you your character. बाहर की दुनिया आपको कैसे देखती है? That is what numerology is. Astrology will not tell you what the world perceives you as. Astrology will tell you have weak confidence. Numerology will tell you, no, you have weak confidence, but you can build it. Numerology also has lucky dates, lucky colors, lucky numbers. It has so much more. So ये तीनों चीजें, when they are tied together, and Vastu of course. Energy in space. Last week we got lots of calls from a lady who asked about artificial plants and real plants. And the idea is very easy. We want positive energy. Don't think of energy as physics where energy is flowing in, but think of energy as something which is being generated from things around you. जो रियल प्लांट होता है एनर्जी देता है, पेट्स होते हैं एनर्जी देते हैं, बच्चे देते हैं एनर्जी देते हैं. लाइफ इज एनर्जी, बट एन आर्टिफिशियल थिंग हैज नो एनर्जी. एंड प्लस यू कैन बाय एन आर्टिफिशियल प्लांट, इट लुक्स वेरी गुड, But will you take care of it? No. You'll just clean it. But on the other hand, like a real plant ho, you will water it, you will trim it, and especially if it gives, it's like fruits and vegetables. बड़ी excitement होती है देख के when it starts to grow. And then if you incorporate that in your food, even better, because that's the purpose of the plant.
Right.
You can't just let it grow and wither away. You need to cut it, you need to trim it. So all these three things in tandem will help you. Vastu. आज ही बात हो रही थी वास्तु की with some people. Why is this direction important? Why is that direction important? देखिए अगर वास्तु आपको ठीक से समझना है, there are many books on vastu that will explain to you what it is all about. Why northeast is important, why southwest is also equally important. People always say door has to be northeast facing. That doesn't mean a southwest facing house is bad. But basic common sense incorporate कीजिए. I went to a house recently for vastu analysis. As soon as I opened the door, जूते पड़े हैं एक साइड पे. Not one, not two. In fact, they had a shoe rack. As soon as you enter, shoe rack, put all your shoes. That's not considered good. As soon as you enter somebody's house, the first thing you want to not see is shoes. Right? Bedroom, theek tha. Living room, cluttered. Everything was just thrown towards the middle. Vastu says, let's have some clarity, open space. Why? Because you have to move around. Vastu ये भी कहता है kitchen कहाँ होना चाहिए, bedroom कहाँ होना चाहिए. If you have idols and statues, which direction should they face? Why? Because God is really important in life, and the direction you face God is also equally important. Vastu says, do not place a big figure of God towards your door, because God needs to look at you, not your door. And that has a certain degree of truth in it. Vastu कहता है कि don't buy a house at a T junction, don't buy houses, जिनके road होते हैं towards, let's say there are 3 roads. You don't want a house which is, जिसके road होते हैं towards west, south or east for that matter. There are certain rules you'll have to understand. Construction कैनी होनी चाहिए and so on. So I personally have partnered with over 24 architects right now who are incorporating all this within their architecture method and so on. And we also work with some property builders now just on Vastu. It helps. देखिए, the most important or the most expensive investment you will ever do in your life is your home.
House,
It
yes.
is not your car. It is not that plane that you are dreaming of buying, but it is your house. And it is also the most important one because you spend your time there. You, your loved ones, family, friends. तो घर पे थोड़ा care कीजिए. Vastu analysis of your house is very important. Just before the show, I was telling Vedika I had gone to Hayward to do Vastu analysis for some property and some house. So these things become important over time.
Right.
Realtors want to know why a house is not selling. And if a house comes Vastu approved, the property price just is driven up dramatically. So we will start talking a little about astrology, numerology and Vastu today. पिछले episode में we covered a lot about astrology.
जी.
This episode we're going to talk a lot about Vastu.
So before we start our topics for today, let me remind the listeners that you have this opportunity where you can call and ask any question you have regarding astrology, numerology और वास्तु. Also आप call कर सकते हैं और पूछ सकते हैं. Dr. Saket Bhatia, who is a renowned astrologer, he has a PhD in astrology and is a certified numerologist. He's on air with me on Radio Zindagi. सुन रहे हैं आप लाइव डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया को. अगर आपका कोई भी क्वेश्चन है कॉल कीजिए अभी स्टूडियो लाइन पे 5107701550 स्टूडियो लाइन्स नंबर, द नंबर वे यू कैन कॉल एंड कनेक्ट विद हिम राइट नाउ. और या फिर शो के बाद आप उनसे बात कर सकते हैं, अपॉइंटमेंट दे सकते हैं. यू कैन हैव अ मीटिंग विद हिम. 4086395300 would be the direct number where you can connect with him. 408-639-5300, or do visit his website saketbhatia.com for all the information. But for a quick question right now, the number to call is 510-770-1550.
See, you don't have to be scared to call an astrologer. A few weeks ago, I think एक मेला था. And I had gone to a mela and there was a booth set up by some astrologers. I decided to pay money and go get my astrology chart read.
Oh, interesting.
So the minute I sat there, the astrologer, local astrologer, from the Bay Area, he looked at my face and said, you want face reading, hand reading or astrology reading? I said, bhai, tino kar do. So he said, okay, this is how much it will cost. So mere haath dekh ke he said, this is a good chart, but you have not achieved anything in life. पढ़ाई खत्म नहीं हुई, business अच्छा नहीं चल रहा, job भी आपकी चली गई. I didn't say anything. Then he looked at my face and he said, pleasing personality, but you haven't reached anywhere in life. And then he started opening my chart, and the first thing he said is, आपका मंगल आप पे भारी है, आपका जो चंद्रमा है वो गलत घर में बैठ गया, मीष राशि में बैठा है, एंड इस पे राहु केतु भारी हैं, एंड दशा जो चल रही है अभी, जो सूरज चंद्रमा की चल रही है, साढ़े सती चल रही है, सो एंड सो थिंग विल हैपन, दिस एंड दैट. एंड आई सेड व्हाट कैन आई डू. ही सेड देखिए प्लैनेट्स की एनर्जी ब्लॉक्ड है. जब प्लैनेट आगे जा ही नहीं सकता तो आप तरक्की कैसे करोगे? एंड योर जॉब इज इन जेपर्डी, एक्सीडेंट के चांसेस हैं, फैमिली लाइफ विल बी ट्रबल, फैमिली के एक्सीडेंट के चांसेस हैं, सन डॉटर जो है उनकी तबीयत बहुत ख़राब रहेगी, एंड ऑन. सो दिस इज़ अ बिजनेस ऑफ फियर. इट स्टार्ट्स ऑफ विद फियर and it starts off with trying to get you to do what they want you to do, but that's not what we want to do. देखिए, your chart is your chart, वो हम चेंज नहीं कर सकते. प्लैनेट्स अच्छे हैं, प्लैनेट्स बुरे हैं, they bring good luck, they bring a little bit of bad luck, but at the end of the day, if you understand astrology, you will realize 63% of the planets are good. They bring good time during their dasha, and the remaining 36 are troublesome, or 37. So astrologer से डरना नहीं है. If an astrologer is scaring you, he's a wrong astrologer. The astrologer should just guide you and tell you this is what's going to happen, and you can prevent it. You can make some adjustments in your life. आप अपने आप को strong कीजिए, because you are above your planets. I have said that in life many times on this show. You are above your planets. You are stronger than your birth chart, okay? You are an alive person. वो तो एक piece of paper है. So you can make improvements in your life, and we are just here to guide you. No, we are not telling you planet energy is blocked. We are not telling you राहु केतु भारी है. We are trying to tell you improve your life. थोड़े से tough times आते हैं, जब difficult time आता है तो थोड़ा सा शांत रह जाओ. जब अच्छा time आता है, go all out. So I think we have a call, right?
Yes, we do. And listeners, if you are also trying to reach us, 510-770-1550 is the number to call and connect with Dr. Bhatia right now. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia. I think the call got dropped.
That's okay.
You can call us back. 510-770-1550 is the number to call on the studio line right now. Ji.
So we were talking a little bit about astrology, and astrology में I think we stopped by remedies. That's where we stopped last time. हमने बात की थी decision making, life tendencies, and so on. अब remedies. There are 3 remedies that are very popular in astrology and that are very well known. The 3 in no particular order. I will tell you the 3 ones are, one is pujas. There's nothing wrong in doing puja. It's actually a good thing.
Right.
पूजा कीजिए. स्पेसिफिक रिचुअल्स होते हैं जो प्लैनेट्स को स्ट्रांग भी कर सकते हैं, जो बुरे प्लैनेट्स को वीक कर सकते हैं. शनि पूजा होती है, मंगल की पूजा होती है, एंड दीज आर कंसिडर्ड गुड. वी नीड टू मेक श्योर कि ये जो प्लैनेट्स है दे लोअर देयर व्हाट वी कॉल मेलेफिक, बुरा इफेक्ट एट बैड टाइम्स. एक लाल किताब होती है विच यूज्ड टू से ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ रेमेडीज लाइक यू नो कॉपर को पानी में डाल दीजिए, गो डू डॉग फीडिंग, बट दोज आर नॉट रिचुअल्स इन एस्ट्रोलॉजी एट ऑल. ऐसा कोई रिचुअल नहीं है. इनफैक्ट इफ यू थिंक एस्ट्रोलॉजी में जो स्पेसिफिक पूजाज और रिचुअल्स होते हैं दे आर स्पेसिफिकली टाइड टू अ प्लैनेट एंड एनर्जी. द सेकेंड इज मंत्रस एंड डोनेशंस. मंत्र लोग चांट करते हैं, जैसे गायत्री मंत्र होता है विच इज़ फॉर सन, दैट्स वेरी पॉपुलर. हनुमान चालीसा होता है, दोज आर पॉपुलर मंत्रस टू वेड ऑफ ईवल. अदर थिंग्स इन एस्ट्रोलॉजी वी डू आर donations. So for example, let's say आपका Jupiter week है. One way to enhance Jupiter is to donate something yellow on a Thursday. But Jupiter is also the planet of wisdom and education. So you can go donate to a children's school.
Yeah.
Mercury is a planet of children. You can go donate to an orphanage because Mercury always looks for something on top. Shani जो है, Shani and Ketu are blind planets. They're darkness. So you can go donate to Widow Institute, or you could donate to an institution where there are blind people. These are things that help you on a particular date. And again, the third powerful thing is a gemstone. I get asked this question on every astrology session. Every single session, people come to me and say, which gemstone would you recommend? And the simple answer is, everybody doesn't need a gemstone. Yes, it can help you. Yes, it will help you. But everybody doesn't need one. It depends on your chart. If we are recommending, it is in select cases. Astrological grade gemstones are not available at jewelers. You cannot go and buy one from your local jeweler in Fremont, Sunnyvale. They don't sell them.
Okay.
An astrology grade gemstone is considered to be like a grade triple A, grade triple 4A. These are very clear gemstones which solve a purpose. And I always tell people, when you're buying one, make sure you have a valid certificate with these. Not that little certificate that you get from India, the chota sa hai, ya this. Get one from a reputed lab, which shows this is a real gemstone, because they are very potent. They work. They work wonders for you. Gemstone has to be energized, they have to be activated, and they can only be worn on a certain date. They must be worn on a certain finger. Yes, you can remove them, yes, you can wear them again, but there are so many rules associated with it, and sometimes they can also have side effects.
Oh, I
So,
didn't
for
know.
example, if Jupiter is the lord of ninth, he is also the lord of sixth, then then he will own your liver. In such cases, if you are wearing one of those yellow sapphires, you should not be a heavy drinker, because it will automatically start to impact your liver. So there are rules. If you're wearing a blue sapphire, uske bhi rules hote. If you're wearing a, let's say, red ruby, which is the planet of sun, yes, he will give you confidence, he will give you the ability to lead. But if in your chart sun is a little weak, he may give you ego. So we have to time everything right, कि कब चीज आती है, कब निकाले उसको. Okay, just like medicine, when you go to a doctor, he gives you meds and then he tells you, come back, I want to do a follow-up check. Same way in astrology, there are follow-up checks typically after about 2 to 3 years or a year, to see how well these things are performing
Working
on
for
you.
Mhm.
Personally, I have been doing this for 30 years. How powerful are these gemstones? 100%. Do they work? 100%. Ignorant are the people who don't understand how they work. And I use the word ignorant because हर एक आदमी किसी ना किसी चीज में ignorant होता है. When you start learning about how they work, you will start to appreciate. Remember, almost every politician, actor, successful businessman in India is using these to their benefit.
Of
You are
course.
not seeing the donation, you're not seeing the mantra, you're not seeing the puja, you're only seeing the gemstone because of visible hai. But they do a combination of all three. They help. Okay.
Wow.
Now
Good to know.
we will go on to numerology.
And
Num-
before that, the people who have just tuned in, let me remind them that you're listening to the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show, where Dr. Saket Bhatia comes live on Radio Zindagi and he answers all your questions. Saket ji combines the power of astrology and numerology to guide you through your life's challenges. और अगर आप शो को सुनते हैं तो you know that you get many solutions while just listening to the show. And if you want more solutions, if you have any questions you want to be answered, आप कॉल कीजिए शो के टाइम पे. अभी 5 बजे तक डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया इज लाइव विद अस. You can give us a call 510-770-1550. If you have any astrological or numerological question, आप कॉल कर सकते हैं अपना डेट, टाइम एंड प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ के साथ, and Dr. Saket Bhatia will try and answer your question. 510-770-1550 studio line का number है where you can give us a call right now. 510-770-1550. Or if you would like to connect with Dr. Saket Bhatia after the show, the number would be 408-639-5300. और आप उनकी वेबसाइट के थ्रू कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन ले सकते हैं. उनकी वेबसाइट है saketbhatia.com. And again, for a quick question right now, the number is 510-770-1550. We have a caller. Can we quickly take a call?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Yeah, hi. My date of birth is September 21st, 1964. Mumbai में 8:40 in the evening, 8:40 p.m.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask about my career.
Okay.
You know,
Go just a little slow. You're born in Mumbai, right?
yeah,
And which is your year of birth again? 1964.
yeah,
And year September 22nd था कि 21st था?
or 1,
21. Okay.
September 21.
Okay. So that is good. And आपका question क्या है?
career के बारे में, you know, I just turned 60 and I was wondering whether I should be continuing or, you know, I should be dialing down or any advice to that.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm still trying to pull up your chart. September 22nd, 1964.
No, September 21st, September 21.
September 21, 1964. Okay, and this is in Mumbai. It's a female. This is for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. कभी कभी टाइम लग जाता है थोड़ा चार्ट बनाने में. And you said your time was 8
So 40 p.m.
8:40 p.m. That's good. So have you ever seen your chart before?
Yes.
So 8:40 p.m. पे जो कुंडली बनती है, I'm just trying to see. Give me 1 second. Yes. So I have your chart open, and you have actually a very strong dasha going on right now. आपकी वीनस केतु दशा चल रही है. That Venus Ketu dasha is going to end in 2025. Your question is regarding career, right?
Right.
अब retrograde Saturn है वहाँ पर और राहु भी वहाँ नहीं है. जब राहु आएगा it will be good. What do you want? You want to switch your career? You want promotion? What are you looking for?
So basically, is there going to be like I'm in practice, and I was wondering whether I should sell it or continue at the present pace, or any advice. When you said strong Venus Ketu Dasha, what does that mean? And the retrograde Saturn, what does that mean?
देखिए Saturn is sitting in your careers, which means your career has done well for you. Saturn will always
Yeah.
say, if you work hard, I will give you. Retrograde Saturn means थोड़ा delay करके दूंगा लेकिन दूंगा. So your career has been pretty good. Mercury is strong. Jupiter, although retrograde, is considered good for this kundli. Venus and Ketu are sitting, about 6 houses away. But in this kundli, Venus is considered to be a lucky planet because he's your ascendant. And Ketu is always acting like Mars, जो Venus के साथ ही बैठा है. देखिए, I recommend do not sell your practice. Whatever you're doing, don't do it now. Rahu is going to come into your 10th house of career in about 6 months or 7 months from today. जो करना है 7 महीने बाद करो, अब मत करना. Do it after 7 months. 7 months के बाद not only Rahu will come there, but you will start Sun Dasha. और इस कुंडली में Sun happens to be Lord of the Fourth, which is a good thing sitting in very strong house of business. Do whatever you want only after May of June of next year. उससे पहले मत करना.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good luck. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for your question. If you have anything else you would like to ask Dr. Saket Bhatia, आप directly call कीजिए 408-639-5300 पे. Listeners, सुन रहे हैं आप The Saket Bhatia Astrology Show. You can get all the information. आप कॉल करके पता कर सकते हैं या वेबसाइट के थ्रू saketbhatia.com. Or if you have any quick question right now, we are taking calls. 510-770-1550 पे कॉल कीजिए अभी डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया से बात करने के लिए. Yes, so we were talking about.
We were talking numerology today.
जी.
Numerology is the science of numbers. It's the vibration of numbers. I said last time that the universal language on this planet is music.
Yeah.
But the universal language of the universe is math.
Okay.
Numbers. जब हम communicate करते हैं with other planets or we're trying, we're sending out a signal, we're actually beaming zeros and ones, binary code में. That's the numbers we're sending. We're not sending, hello, I see you, can you hear me? When we're sending something in space, we're actually beaming math. So math is the universal number of the universe. और हमें, we have to understand that this is a very powerful medium. Math is very strong. Math is needed in life. There is no secret that the kid is only born after 9 months. There is no secret that it takes 12 months or 365 days for the Earth to complete its orbit. The Earth spins in 24 hours. It never becomes 25. It never becomes 23. एक sequence होता है. हर एक चीज को टाइम लगता है. अगर पौधा ग्रो होता है, we know it takes so many months, so many weeks. अगर स्टेम पे फ्लावर आती है, we know how many will come. There is a math. There is no such thing as coincidence. तो हमें सोचना है और समझना है कि ये exactly है क्या. So everything has, there is no such thing as coincidence in life. There is energy associated with numbers and core numbers होते हैं. So today's show we are going to talk about and explain the core numbers of numerology. Unlike astrology in which we need your date, place and time of birth, in numerology we need your date of birth, the name you were born with and the name you use today.
Okay.
Companies are done based on numerology. in India also जब political parties बनती हैं, they are not using only astrology. जब बीजेपी बनी थी, Congress, they didn't use only astrology, they used numerology also. जब Indian National Congress बना है, they didn't say, okay, we've gone from Congress party to Indian National Congress. It was numerology that was involved in giving them that name. So जब आम आदमी पार्टी बनी थी, the day they were formed was based on astrology and numerology कि पार्टी AAP क्यों पैदा होती है. Go read. This is a valid science. People are using these things to their advantage and to their benefit. तो हम जरा समझाते हैं कि numerology के core numbers क्या है. What is numerology and why numerology is so important? So the important thing is जो core numbers हैं. The first core number is what we call life path number. Most important number in astrology, in numerology. It is calculated using your date, month, and year of birth. So we first have to add your date.
Okay.
We then have to add your month. We then have to add the digits of the year. And then we have to add them together. That's how we come to what we call the life path. Life path is so significant. It will automatically tell us कि आपकी life का purpose क्या है, challenges क्या है, and direction क्या होगी आपकी life में. So let's say your life path 1. You're born to be a leader. That is what your life is telling you. आपको lead करना है. If your life path 2, you're going to be a team player. If your life path 3, you're bound to give advice to people that they follow. Now, if we know these, we understand कि आपकी life में purpose क्या है. Now, the second number is destiny number. Destiny number जो है, this is only taken from your full name. तो साकेत भाटिया का एक destiny number होता है. I was born Saket Bhatia. I'm still using Saket Bhatia. Yes, I could add an initial here or there. That is because of numerology. This tells me my talents, my skills, and what I'm supposed to do. देखिए, your life path and your skills must be aligned. अगर life path कह रही है, you should lead. But your destiny number is basically number 9, which means you have to give a lot of love and affection to people. Then that means you can go start a non-profit. You can go work for a charitable organization. Does that make sense?
Yes.
1 is to lead. 9 is to give love to people.
Okay.
So this is life path and expression number. अब आएगा birthday number. Birthday number is only calculated from your date of birth.
Okay.
That will tell us what individual talent that you have. Are you artistic? Are you musical? Are you born to be, a software programmer? ये नंबर में पता चलता है कि आपकी टैलेंट क्या है. Is it analytical? Is it intuitive? So we have already covered life path. We've covered destiny. Now we are covering birthday number. इसके बाद 2 और नंबर है. One is heart's desire number. Heart's desire number is आपको करना क्या है लाइफ में. What is that hidden thing you want to do? Sometimes you talk to your friend and they'll say, मुझे एक्टर बनना था. I wanted to become a singer. That is your heart desire. Then go back and see, did you have the talent for it? Then go back and see, did you have your life path थी उसके बारे में और आपकी destiny क्या थी? These will give you a clear-cut example of where you are in life and what you should do in life. And I'm coming back to something more important with all of this. And finally, we have personality number. Personality number is what the world thinks of you when they see you. What is the aura that you present to people? जब दुनिया आपको देखती है उन्हें क्या लगता है आपके बारे में? Are you a sweet charming person? Are you an arrogant person? Are you intelligent? Are you just clumsy? What do people think of you? Now think of a company. I'm giving you names. Think of Apple. Apple is a big company. When you think of Apple, the first thing that comes is that logo, which has a little cut, and a phone. If this company was called Pineapple, would it be as powerful? You're laughing, so probably the answer is no. Nvidia is a big company these days. If they rebranded themselves as, AI company, it wouldn't sound that good. So what I'm trying to tell you is names have a big significance to it. Names matter in life. Not your first name, but the combination of your first name and last name. I was talking before this show, I had a show in New York, which was hosted by Kulraj Anand. He goes by the name of Kulraj. So I told him, your nickname is Kullu. If you start coming on radio and people call you Kullu, because people know that, it wouldn't be as powerful as Kulraj Anand. This show, the Saket Bhatia show, is hosted by Kulraj Anand. Sounds good. The minute you say shows hosted by Kullu, people go like, are we sure we want to hear? So understand, this matters, the name matters, the significance matters. In India, actors are constantly changing their names because they want more power. They're changing their names, they're adding alphabets to their name. Whether it is Ajay Devgan, Kartik Aryan, Ayushmann Khurrana, they are all adding alphabets to our names. Whether it is Ananya Pandey or whether it is Janhvi Kapoor, you can take, it's an endless list. They are adding alphabets to their names because they believe that this is going to help, and it does help. Again, so now we are getting a bunch of calls, right?
Yeah.
So I think we'll take a call and then I'll continue what I'm talking about, okay?
Okay, sure. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hello, Dr. Bhatia. I have a question on Vastu. My house entrance is on the southwest, and which I hear is not a good entrance to be. And then I also have sink in the east and a bathroom, a guest toilet in the east.
Okay.
But my garage door opens from southeast side. So generally in US we enter through the garage, right? So garage, the door which leads from garage into my house is a southeast door, but the main entrance is southwest.
Okay.
And my house number is 124. Is there anything I can do to negate the energy or something?
So I don't think there's anything wrong in buying a south-facing house. There are many things we have to see. Where are the roads placed? What is the orientation of the house? Is it sloping towards the north or south? The house that you're saying I'm entering from the southeast is actually very good for a garage. Entering from southeast is actually better than entering just from east, because southeast is closer to northeast as opposed to the head of east. In order to negate your house, what we'll need is we need to do a detailed analysis. I'm not telling you you should, but you can always contact my office. It's very easy. We just come, we take a blueprint, and we either walk through your house and then give you some pointers. Perhaps you can change this, perhaps you can do this. No, we are not going to tell you to break your bathroom. We're not going to tell you to redo your kitchen. But basic cheezein which will help your house just by analyzing, that is what you need to do. Vastu is very difficult on the phone. Take a short little thing. It takes about 1.5 hours, but a good walkthrough of your house will, believe me, you'll feel a lot better about it. These days people are buying plots of land and calling us and saying we need to build a house, work with our architect. So call, it will be better for you. But in short, southeast is good for the garage. Southeast is definitely very good for entering the house. But I'm not sure.
We generally don't enter from the main door.
And that is good. That is good.
It's heavy. Okay.
Yeah,
So I just wanted to confirm. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
So we have another caller. Can we quickly take one more call?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Hello, Dr. Saket ji. Good
Hi.
evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Saket ji. Thank you for taking my call. And this is Via, and date of birth December 27/8.
December 20, 1978.
7/8.
Okay.
Yes. And place of birth भी बोलना पड़ेगा?
बोलना पड़ेगा.
Okay. Ongole, ONGOLE,
Which?
AP.
Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah.
ONG. And time?
Time 10 p.m.
Okay.
in the evening.
And question?
क्वेश्चन ये है कि लाइक मेरा वो कोर्ट केसेस का लाइक कब हो जाता है, लाइक कब पीक टाइम में चलता है, एंड प्रोबेबल डेट हाउ इट इज शोइंग अप, लाइक व्हेन आई विल बी आउट ऑफ द कोर्ट केसेस.
देखिए, कोर्ट केस इज ऑलवेज रन बाय द 6th हाउस विच इज एनिमी. द ड्यूरेशन इज रन बाय 8th हाउस एंड रिजल्ट इज रन बाय 12th हाउस. आपका जो 12th हाउस है उसमें जुपिटर बैठा है, रेट्रोग्रेड है, बट इट इज एक्सॉल्टेड, सो द रिजल्ट विल बी फेवरेबल फॉर यू. ओके. अब कोर्ट केस का जो टाइम चल रहा है, अब जो दशा चल रही है राहु की है. राहु दशा इन दिस कुंडली, राहु इज न्यूट्रल बट ही इज नॉट हेल्पिंग यू बिकॉज राहु शनि के जैसे होते. बाय द वे, यू हैपन टू बी सन राइजिंग और आपका जो मून है वो लियो में ही बैठा है. सिंह राशि है आपकी. आपका जो मून है वो मेघ नक्षत्र में है. आपके केस चलते जाएंगे अनफॉर्चुनेटली. अगर 2027 से पहले खत्म हो जाना चाहिए बिकॉज दैट इज राहु शनि दशा. इस कुंडली के लिए शनि रिप्रेजेंट्स एनिमीज, लेकिन उस दशा में बंद होंगे। अब
अच्छा।
केतु पे शनि भारी है, तो वेट, आई वुड से डोंट डू एनीथिंग। और शनि इस कुंडली में नवंश में एग्जॉल्टेड है। आपकी रेमेडी यही है कि इस कुंडली के हिसाब से सूरज जो है बहुत वीक है, जो आपका असेंडेंट लॉर्ड है। सन को थोड़ा स्ट्रांग कीजिए। रूलिंग प्लैनेट सन इज अ गुड, सन के लिए गुड डे होता है संडे। तो संडे के
अच्छा।
दिन यू कैन ऑलवेज डोनेट समथिंग, ऑरेंज फ्लावर्स गुड होता है, मंदिर में डोनेट
ओके।
कर सकते हैं। रूबी इज हाईली
ओके।
रिकमेंडेड फॉर यू, असेंडेंट लॉर्ड है, वो अच्छा लक देगा आपको। ओके
ओके, तो 27 एंड तक है या ऐसा लाइक कोर्ट केसेस का?
27 सितंबर 8 तारीख तक।
ओ, ओके ओके ओके
ओके, गुड लक।
ओके, एंड फेवरेबल डेशन, राइट?
यस, फेवरेबल रिजल्ट तो है फॉर श्योर। ओके, बाय
अच्छा, थैंक यू सो मच साकेत जी।
बाय।
जी, we have another caller.
ओके श्योर।
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Yes.
या हाय, आई कैन हियर यू, हाउ आर यू?
Yeah. I have a question.
ओके
Like that, my daughter, she born in India, April 24th, 1993. And
Okay.
we are looking like that the match for wedding. We couldn't find anybody
ओके, वेयर इज शी बोर्न इन इंडिया?
in Namashahar,
So Punjab. And time of birth?
Punjab. It's 12:30
Afternoon or morning?
afternoon.
12:30 नवा शहर। ओके
April 2024. April 24th, 1993.
तो born on Saturday।
Yes.
ओके, अभी ये जो कुंडली हमने बनाई है, ये कुंडली है कैंसर, जिसे हम मून राइजिंग होता है। आपकी राशि है टॉरस।
Yes.
सो टॉरस लगन है आपका कैंसर। इस कुंडली में कौन सी प्लैनेट? आई एम सीइंग सैटर्न मूल त्रिकोण में है, तो शादी का योग ठीक है। अब दशा चल रही है राहु वीनस की। राहु वीनस की दशा तो अब स्टार्ट हुई है 2023 में, ये दशा खत्म हो जाएगी 26। ट्रांजिट में जुपिटर बैठा है इस घर में। तो आप क्या कह रहे हो कि शादी के लिए कोई मिल नहीं रहा?
शादी भैया कोई बात बन नहीं रही। काफी जगह देखा, वो मांग रही है कि डॉक्टर हो, चाहे डेंटिस्ट हो, चाहे कोई भी हो। तो बात एक दो जगह बनने की होती है, लेकिन उसके पास रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आता, कोई भी बनती नहीं है, बात बनते बनते रह जाती है।
देखिए, अभी राहु वीनस के दशा तो स्टार्ट हुई है, तो इसमें तो शादी हो जाएगी, देयर इज नो डाउट अबाउट दैट। ये दशा खत्म होगी 2026 मिड में, उससे पहले तो पक्का है। अगर आपको फिर भी और डिटेल में जाना है, राहु वीनस जुपिटर जो दिसंबर 13 से स्टार्ट होती है और जो मई 2025 तक जाएगी, दैट इज द बेस्ट टाइम टू गेट मैरिड। उसके बीच में शादी हो जाएगी। नो नो नो, यू कैन नॉट डिनाई दिसंबर। लेकिन इश्यू है कि जो जुपिटर जो लॉर्ड है वो रेट्रोग्रेड हो गया है, जो कारक होता है। और शनि जो शादी कराता है वो 8वें घर वल्नरेबल में घर में चला गया। शादी की जो कुंडली होती है 9 चार्ट में, उसमें राहु केतु आ गए हैं शादी के एक्सिस पे, तो शादी में स्ट्रेस होगा, मैरिज में काफी स्ट्रेस होगा। मर्क्यूरी भी थोड़ा वीक है। जस्ट लेटिंग यू नो कि शादी सोच समझ के करना। ओके, डोंट जल्दबाजी में मत करना, क्योंकि मैरिज इज गोइंग टू बी लिटिल स्ट्रेसफुल। ओके
ओके, जल्दी हो जाएगी या
जल्दी हो जाएगी, लेकिन आगे जाके थोड़ा स्ट्रेस है, इतना याद रखना। क्योंकि राहु जो है वो 36 मंथ्स में, 36 नहीं 20 महीने में शादी के घर पे आएगा, तभी थोड़ा स्ट्रेस देखे जाएगा। ओके
ओके, थैंक यू,
बाय।
बाय।
If you have further questions, आप डायरेक्टली कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया को बाय कॉलिंग 408-639-5300। लिसनर्स, सुन रहे हैं आप द साकेत भाटिया एस्ट्रोलॉजी शो, वेयर वी आर जॉइंड बाय famous astrologer and numerologist Dr. Saket Bhatia, who has over 25 years of experience and 12,000 plus satisfied clients. He's on air. आप उनसे बात कर सकते हैं शो के दौरान या शो के बाद उन्हें कॉल कर सकते हैं for all your astrological and numerological needs. saketbhatia.com website है उनकी to know everything about him. And again, the number where you can reach him directly is 408-639-5300. और अगर शो के दौरान कुछ क्वेश्चन है आपका, पूछना चाहते हैं, बात करना चाहते हैं, तो 5107701550 is the number. जी.
तो हम बात कर रहे थे न्यूमरोलॉजी की,
हाँ जी.
एंड वी कवर्ड द 4 कोर नंबर्स, 5 कोर नंबर्स, राइट? तो पता चल गया कि आपकी डेस्टिनी क्या है, लाइफ पाथ क्या है, स्ट्रेंथ्स क्या है, परसेप्शन क्या है, और आपकी डिजायर क्या है लाइफ में. वी कवर्ड दोस. नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट बेनिफिट्स ऑफ न्यूमरोलॉजी, कि न्यूमरोलॉजी एस्ट्रोलॉजी के जैसे कैसे बेनिफिशियल हो सकता है. फर्स्ट, द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट यूज ऑफ न्यूमरोलॉजी इज टू सिलेक्ट इंपॉर्टेंट डेट्स फॉर इवेंट्स.
Okay.
जैसे एस्ट्रोलॉजी में हम कहते हैं मुहूर्त होता है, मुहूर्त है आज के दिन 4 और 6 के बीच में ये कीजिए, वैसे न्यूमरोलॉजी में भी मुहूर्त होता है.
Dates.
देयर इज ऑलवेज अ लकी डेट, ऑलवेज. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपका लाइफ पाथ नंबर 3 है, then anything which is connected with 3 is considered good for you. Number 3, number 6, number 9. ये जो होते हैं, they are considered to be good for creative events and जो करना है लाइफ में. Numerology में we can also do business partnership. If you want to work with somebody, दोनों के नाम देख के करते हैं. अगर दोनों 1-1-1 हो जाए, then you will constantly be fighting as partners. Who wants to take more control? हम relationship में भी यही देखते हैं. When everybody is a 1 and there is no team player, problem होता है. Align your name for success. Some names have more power, they have more zing, they have more benefits. हम यही कहते हैं, if you're trying to start a business, talk to us. Get a list of names you want, and then we'll figure out कि which one has that zing to it जो लोगों को अच्छा लगता है. Which is the one for stability, which is the one for growth, which is the one for financial prospects. So, numerology is all about numbers and numerology is about name. If you compare the two, the growth of numerology is about 20x more than astrology today. That's how fast that field is growing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how fast it's growing. I mean, astrology is very well established. There are a few billion followers of it. But numerology is growing by leaps and bounds. Literally every day, a new person is doing numerology or teaching, and articles are getting published on it. So I think we have more calls.
Yeah, we do have calls, but I had a question that as you were talking about celebrities, right? They add some extra alphabets in their name, like Ayushmann Khurrana, and like sometimes in first name or last name. So does that change the number of the name, or like how does
completely,
that signify?
every alphabet has a number. A is 1, B is 2, and then we start adding them together.
Oh, okay.
And उसके साथ पता चल जाता है. तो if let's say Ayushmann Khurrana comes to me and says, this is my, मेरी डेस्टिनी है, मुझे क्या करना है लाइफ में. So we'll first look at his skills. We'll look at what we call astro numero chart. Astrology में we must see a strong Venus and Rahu, बोलेंगे, okay? The house lord of third, which is activities and artist, is become the 10th house. Rahu है, grow होगा. फिर नाम देखेंगे. We'll say, okay, name unfortunately doesn't have that thing. Your heart desire is there, destiny है, but name itself is running short.
Okay.
So let's figure out how we can change that name a little. तो नाम थोड़ा change करके now it aligns, and that gives you more success.
So if you start using that.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There are many people, especially Maharashtra में, you have to add your father's name as your middle name.
Right.
Sometimes people add it, sometimes remove it, and sometimes just use an alphabet.
Initial. Yeah.
Initial. That can be used to your benefit because of numerology.
Oh, interesting. Chali, let's take a question. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hi, Dr. Bhatia. My name is Ansh, and date of birth is August 2nd, 1988. Place of birth is Aligarh, UP.
August 2nd, 1988.
Yeah, August 2nd, 1988.
Okay. And Aligarh, UP. So you were born on Tuesday. Time क्या है?
4:20 p.m.
Okay.
So my question is, sorry.
नहीं, आपका बताइए, what is your question?
Yeah, I'm not getting much favorable result at the work. So just want to check if how is the conditions and all, or if I need to do any remedy.
So you're not getting favorable condition finding a job or working in your career?
Working in the career. I mean, I'm at job, but not getting the favorable result in terms of promotion or in terms of getting the good outcome.
Okay. हाँ, आपकी जो कुंडली बनती है, योर उत्तर भद्रा नक्षत्र, ये नक्षत्र बहुत अच्छा होता है, वेरी लकी. अगर हम आपकी चार्ट एनालाइज करें, योर सैजिटेरियस राइजिंग, रूलिंग प्लैनेट इज जुपिटर. जिस घर में जुपिटर बैठेगा, दैट हाउस इज गोइंग टू बी वेल अलाइंड फॉर यू इन लाइफ. आपका मून जो है वो पाइसीज में है, सो इसे हम मीन राशि कहते हैं. एंड योर जुपिटर इज सिटिंग इन टॉरस. दिस इज अ गुड चार्ट फॉर सर्विस. यू आर गोइंग टू वर्क. तो प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आपका जो मर्क्यूरी है, विच रूल्स करियर, he sits in the 8th house of vulnerability with Sun. Also Mercury is very badly combust. Sun के घर में केतु बैठा है. नवम चार्ट अगर हम पढ़ें तो वहां पर सैटर्न रेट्रोग्रेड 12वें घर में है. प्रॉब्लम इज सिंपल, मर्क्यूरी इज इन द रॉन्ग हाउस और केतु की ट्रांजिट चल रही है आपके करियर के ऊपर. जब तक केतु का नहीं जाती दशा, यू आर गोइंग टू हैव सम अप्स एंड डाउन्स इन योर करियर. दशा भी चल रही है वीनस जुपिटर की 2025 तक. सो माय सजेशन आर द फॉलोइंग: डू नॉट थिंक ऑफ क्विटिंग योर जॉब, डू नॉट लीव योर जॉब, डोंट डू एनीथिंग. इट्स नॉट अ गुड टाइम फॉर यू एट दिस टाइम. ओके,
Okay.
it may look
Okay.
promising but कुछ नहीं करना. Number 1. Number 2, you must make your Mercury, which is in this house, little stronger. Mercury is planet of what? Green planet है. इसकी remedies क्या होती है? I would say go wear 5 to 6 carat green emerald on the little tiny finger. वो अच्छा रहेगा आपके लिए. Again, we are recommending this because आपकी नवम चार्ट में भी Mercury is combust. वो sun के साथ बैठा है. That is one good remedy. And rest of the remedies, if you want, ping us. We can always talk offline, office में. But overall,
Okay.
एक बार केतु चला जाता है, the dasha will come for Venus Saturn, will give you little more benefits and little more happiness progress, which is coming September 2025. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Bye.
Thank you so much. To connect with Dr. Saket Bhatia directly by calling 408-639-5300. So we are just left with 6 more minutes in the show.
So, if there are any other callers, you can always visit our website, saketbhatia.com. वहाँ पर एक form है. Go on the form and enter your question there, and I'll be more than happy to answer whatever I can. So, we're going to talk a little about Vastu now. Vastu is a science of bringing positive energy, harmony into your life. It's a valid science, and these days I am inundated. I am getting calls left, right and center from people who want to buy house, people who want to sell house, architects who want to construct house, builders. They're all calling us because they want Vastu done. Simple rule is, if a house is Vastu approved here, it sells faster. Not only is it selling faster, it is also selling for between $40,000 and $90,000 more. Buyers aa jate hain.
Added trust.
The realtor is going and saying this house has been Vastu approved by Bhatia. Okay. It is now selling for more.
Yeah.
But before we do that, there are so many things we have to see in the house. कि घर में exactly orientation क्या है. हम पहले भी कहा है, the most expensive thing you'll buy is your house. So focus on your house. Maybe, I'll give you real life examples of people who used to work in their house, they were not productive enough. But just by simply changing the orientation of where you sit, the colors of your room, the light arrangement and that positive energy, they feel a lot better. So much better. Ab, people are losing their jobs. I have had more than 400 people who have come and lost their job just in this year alone. Okay? अब 400 लोग की जब कुंडली पढ़ते हैं, we are seeing a common trait. There could be a bad dasha. The planet which is ruling or which is sitting in the house of career is very weak. या केतु बैठ गया या राहु बैठा है. That causes a job loss in most cases. तो ऐसे केस में what should you be doing? Should you immediately panic and start finding another job? No. You did not lose your job because of your performance. It wasn't because of you. Chart said you're going to lose. So you lost. But now you should use this to your benefit. आपकी जॉब चली गई. There are many things you can do. You have to first see what you always wanted to do, क्योंकि अभी टाइम रीसेट हो गया है. जब रीसेट, and वैसे भी Jupiter has gone retrograde now. Jupiter will come out of retrograde in February 2025. तब तक for all those people who are jobless or looking for a job, my suggestion is figure out आपको क्या करना है लाइफ में. अगर नहीं पता, contact us. Number 1. Number 2, besides searching for job which you cannot do 12 hours a day, you can enhance your skills. Whether you want to take some AI courses, software programming courses. Number 3, maybe you want to do something else. I have had so many people जिनकी कुंडली पढ़ के मैंने कहा this is a break. You're not destined to be a software programmer. People have started hospice facilities, people have started daycares, people have started Burger King franchise. लोग कर रहे हैं. Postal annex तक लोग start कर रहे हैं. So आपकी कुंडली में क्या लिखा है? You've lost the job, now do you want to go back in that same route? Maybe your kundli says yes, you should go back. But if it is saying no, then what? Don't miss out on that opportunity, right?
Yes.
You don't always have to go from here to Los Angeles. You could go to San Diego, you could go to Fresno, you could go wherever your heart desires. So let's sit together and plan. कि जॉब गई है, क्या करना है. Yes, we understand it's a setback. Bills है, घर की payment है, गाड़ी है, but there could be a better time ahead. People, when you miss an opportunity, this Jupiter retrograde is going to bring all those opportunities back at you. They're going to bring it back to you. So use it, please. If you have a retrograde Jupiter in your Kundali, people who called us today had that. Many of them had a retrograde Jupiter. This is the time to reanalyze exactly life में आपको क्या करना है. Because these 6-7 months are going to be very critical for you to move forward. So with that in mind, combine these three sciences, astrology, numerology, vastu, use it to your benefit. Use it to grow in life and accomplish what you want, because life is short. वो खत्म हो जाएगी. And then you'll say, all I ever did was just get up, go to work, come back. Nothing wrong in that. But you haven't accomplished the other stuff you wanted to do. If you really are going to work and you don't have a job, go spend time with your family. This is also a time to take some vacations. So I'll connect with you guys again next week. I know I'm out of time. Vedika is looking at me. Thank you from my side, and I'll let her close.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you to all the listeners who tuned in and who called and asked their questions. If you could not, then connect कीजिए Dr. Saket Bhatia के साथ directly 408-639-5300 or through his website saketbhatia.com. We'll be back next Tuesday 4 to 5 p.m. Don't forget to tune in. सुन रहे थे आप the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show. With that, this is RJ Vedika signing off. Coming up next is RJ Swati with Cruise Control.
You are listening to Radio Zindagi, KZDG 1550 AM, San Francisco and the